What's up, guys and gals? It's me, Mudahar here. Wait, actually, I am not Mudahar. That would be some ordinary gamer. And shout out to you, bro, because you got a very catchy intro. So my name is Mike, gamertag Alpha. You guys just call me Mike, it's easier, whatever. And I want to talk to you guys about Shadow Royale and some strategies, tactics that I've learned over the past week playing this limited time mode. Now in this mode, it is basically Battle Royale, you know, your regular Apex. You got your 3 stacks, your trios, but if you die, you respawn as a Shadow. Now in Shadow mode, you do not get weapons, but you don't need weapons because you got absolutely crazy movement abilities. And you do 50 damage per melee, so you kill living enemies very fast. And as a Shadow, you have 70 health. And you do 50 damage per melee, but you still get 1-hit kills on Shadows. Which that math does not quite add up, but we're just gonna ignore that. So, when you're fighting a team and you get a knock on a player, that player is currently not a threat to you. But because every player spawns with gold knockdown shields, they can self-revive. And I believe a self-revive takes 10 seconds to get off. So that player can self-revive. They can be revived by their teammates, either alive or in shadow form. Or, if you decide to thirst that enemy player, they will be back in shadow form and be a threat to you again. Now the cooldown penalty increases per death. But the very first death, I believe, is a 7-second cooldown, and I'm gonna just give an estimate guess. Like, it on average, it spawns you about like 100 to 150 meters away from where you died. But as a Shadow, you cover distance crazy fast, and you'll be back in that fight super quick. Like, I'm talking 10, 12 seconds, like 15 seconds max. So as a player that just thirsted a player, you do not want to be standing over that box looting, like when the Shadow comes back, because you won't even have time to react before you are knocked and dead. Just be aware of that. And here are a few other things that might influence your decision making in this mode, or some things to just keep in mind. Now if you see a player with a purple shield, like a knockdown shield, I would recommend not thirsting that player, because that player is not a threat to you. The only way that player can become a threat to you again is if they get revived by their team. And if you knock the player, just kind of be aware of the area that you knock them and listen for the revive. But it's pretty easy to prevent them from being revived, and as long as they can't self-revive, they're pretty much basically no longer a threat to you. And if you get the other 2 players knocked, it will be a squad wipe immediately because they don't have a gold knockdown shield. So purple shield, knockdown shield, pretty much don't thirst them. There are, of course, exceptions to every rule. This is no exception. If you need to do a finisher to get your shield up, or if you need to thirst to do a quick shield swap, and you can get it off safely and have the time, go for it, absolutely. But there are times when you might want to restrain from thirsting. And there are also times in this game, like you might be watching on your screen right now, like this team, I was just trying to stall for my bodyguards to come, and there was no way that I was going to be able to get that self-res off there. So I was just trying to stall from being thirsted until my Shadows can respawn and get back there and try to take out that team. There wasn't much else I could do there. And having communication with your team does help quite a bit in this mode. Like if your whole team is weak, sometimes you might, just want to be Epstein, you know, or suicided, and maybe just not put up a defense and kind of just commit suicide, or because you could be back in the fight, helping your team, especially if all three of you are knocked, or two and one is super weak. Sometimes it might just be better to die and come back as a shadow to protect your team. These are just things to think about. There is no end-all be-all in any shooter. I mean, every gunfight is different. But this game has been a blast to play, and I just want to give a shout out to Respawn, because I played the Halloween themed event last year and it was hot garbage. But they have improved it so much. So whoever at Respawn remade this mode, thank you so much, because it is obvious you put a lot of thought into this game mode, and it really shows. Not only that, but it's been a great change of pace from just the regular Apex Battle Royale. And that's great. I mean, Apex can feel a little stale sometimes, and so this has been very refreshing. And the movement ability has been so much fun. You know, I've actually had teammates just take a bath right off spawn just to run around all game in shadow mode. And don't tell anyone, I may have done the same thing once or twice, but let's keep that a secret. You know. So, all in all, I've had a blast with this mode. I hope you guys are having fun with it too. I hope it comes back next year, and not Shadow Fall. Shadow Royale. It reminds me of like that Pulp Fiction scene. You're talking about McDonald's. Bacon Royale. Everything just sounds better with the Royale at the end. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. If anybody watching, who knows? This is my first video ever. It's kind of like you guys are participating in me losing my V card. So let's hope this goes better than that did. I don't know. I get a dub right here. I've gotten quite a few dubs in this mode so far, but I don't have a capture card, so I gotta remember to hit save game after the fact, which I forget quite often. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this dub. I hope you maybe not learned anything from this, but maybe just some food for thought, something to think about while you play Shadow Royale. And you guys have a great day. Peace out.
You are the champions for now.